Why is my... Okay. Why is my YouTube screen black? Where's my video? Where is my video? Okay, there it is. Okay. We got it. I don't know why I thought YouTube crashed like that one time. But we're here. Hello. Welcome in. Hi. Okay. So. Hello there, Nouvelle, 101. Hello, hi. Hello, Del Valle. He's so hot. Yes. Eshuin in a, in Lanhu's uniform is kind of fire. They're just complete opposites, huh? Well, they're not opposites. They're parallels. They're directly parallels, so. They're not opposites, they're parallels. But, like, it just suits them so much. If Lanhu is the snow fox, then Geshuin is the normal fox. The brown fox. I'm sure they have an actual name, but I don't know it. Alright, so I just came here with the sketch known I came here with the sketch and nothing else. So I'm just gonna clean this. I don't know if I should do like some clean sketch or if I should do line art or if I should just paint on top of it. Like I don't really know which I should do. I guess I should shade over it, huh? And just render over it. We'll see how that goes. I'm gonna go on to our overlay. For the Lanhu drawing that I did, which, is it here? No, I guess it's not here. For the Lanhu drawing that I did, I used greens and light blues, like these pastel-y colors, but because Geshuin, his whole color scheme is black, I guess we'll just work with the more reddish, orangish, brownish to like balance out instead of using the pastel-y colors. Geshuin in pastel colors would be kind of strange, huh? Your art is amazing, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna try a brighter color. Belinda wanted to cure my Geshuin withdrawals. I was having Geshuin withdrawals too. Like after I finished that commission, I was like, I need to draw Geshuin again. I can't take it anymore. And so I'm back in the building. That's what happened. It's like I started missing him, even though I'm always with him. And I should definitely be focusing on other people. Like today I was thinking about Diodone, then I was thinking about Diurone. Then I was thinking about Dialis. And then I was thinking about Kawahu. And then and then Geshwin came back and was like, hey, remember me? It's like, yeah, I remember you. Geshwin's beauty is just too powerful. True. Geshwin is the best, and it's like that is factual. Why did my phone kick me out of YouTube? The hell? Get me back, get my ass back in there. Okay, so honestly, overlay is not doing anything. I'm just gonna have to put it on normal mode. Why is my dad talking so loud? Yo, can you leave away from the door? Funny enough, with that commission, Vivi looks so good. Are you suggesting that I never drew Vivi good before? Or is that like a she looks good looking now type? He's so good looking with that hat. I want to smooch him. The glare, I'm melting. Yeah, I mean, it's just Geshwin's usual glare. It's the same look Geshwin always has. Geshwin can never make a different face. But yeah, he has like the shadow casting, and so it does give up a bit of a different vibe, huh? What do you mean? I love Lanhu too. I wanted to talk about Lanhu, but no one else was talking about Lanhu. No one else glazes Lanhu, so that has nothing to do with me. I know, I'm just kidding. I'm just playing with you. Oh my god, why does YouTube keep kicking me out? I want to watch my own stream, dude. I want to look at my YouTube chat. Why you kicking me out like that? Goofy ass YouTube. Guess I'm just doing like color placements, whatever. Nothing crazy. I'm trying to build in Minecraft, but Geshwin is distracting me. Geshwin is very distracting. Okay, we're gonna make this like the gold color. This is gonna be the exact same color like these wolves. The wolves. Did I call them wolves? Really? Really? Wolves. I mean foxes. These foxes are gonna be the same shade as the ones Lanhu has. Not Lanhu. Shui Huxing has. I just realized Langhu is wearing heels. Yeah, Langhu wears heels. It's not a big heel, but Yeah, he got healed. Clock it. Yeah, you know, you gotta be fashion on the job. Even if you're being in your worst, even if you're in your worst moment, you always gotta slay. I can't walk in here in heels either. No worries. Like I will twist my ankle before I can walk in them heels. I have a character. He's a very old character, and his heels. Oh my god, his heels are the longest heels ever. Like he has the, and it's not that they're tall, right? It's that they're like tall and thin. And when I made them, I was like, dang, he walking better heels than me. Clock it. I mean, heels were originally for dudes to show how powerful they are. Yeah, I know. And you know, respect. They got the ankles for it. Okay, so this shading is actually beating my ass. Thank you for the you're awesome. What's your opinion on Venti? I like Venti. I wish he did more. Like I know they're building him up to be this very important thing and stuff, you know? But like, I don't have any strong opinions on him. I used to like him a lot when I started the game, but I never really had like a, I don't know, I don't have much thoughts on him. Trying to, I want to add, like I want his jacket to, okay, I want his jacket to be like leather for this. I don't know, I feel like a leather, this, like, you know that leather that's like really shiny and stuff? I really want it to be that kind. I think it would suit him very well. So all of this red is more like reflective light than anything. Hello, Diabolic Butterfly. My favorite artist, thank you. Avocado leather. I don't know what it's called, but it's, you know, that black leather that's very glossy and shiny, and that every color, that kind of like, it just, y'all know which one I mean. It's like the most basic kind. Yeah, I'm getting really confused by this. Alright. What we'll do is, We'll clean up. We'll do some liner. Fix it up a little bit. We'll keep the colors lay low. Yeah. I have a blanket on me, and it's like, it's high in here. I don't know why I have this blanket. Alright. Let's start with the chest area. Obviously, he has like these strings that are kind of like around him. But we're gonna add those strings in a different layer because they're gonna get in the way, just like how they're currently in the way in the sketch. What would be his favorite kind of tea? Okay, so I would love to answer this question, but I don't know much about tea. I am uncultured and uninformed. So until I research what teas exist, I can't really say what his favorite is. Like, I know there's green tea, chai tea, which I heard it's literally the same thing. Ginger root tea. But I don't know at all teas. I feel like he would like tea. No, he does like tea. He does. Though, obviously, he's more of an alcohol guy. But he does like tea. He likes coffee too. But he prefers tea over coffee. Does he like the snow or the rain more? He's never experienced snow or rain because they live underground and so they don't experience seasons. All they know is sunlight if they go to a specific area that has like their artificial sun, and the darkness. So they only know night and day, but he lives in the area where it's always dark, where there's no artificial sun. So bro only knows darkness. He don't know anything about the seasons. They only know about it from books. But if he were to live in the surface, he would prefer snow. It's Lord Geshuin. Well, that ain't his fault. It's the fault that he decided to live away from the capital. No, I did not watch the video out of fear. I didn't watch the video out of sheer fear. I didn't want to flame you, okay? So I showed you mercy. With Gishwin Slapbox, I don't know what Slapbox is. Well, I understand the words, but I don't know what it means. Just so you know, it's more nerdy than soft, then yeah, Kawahu would not sound like that. Kawahu would be a low and soft voice. No, not low and slow, low and soft. Low and slow is technically Geshuin in terms of his voice. Like in his dialogue, he always has like a lot of dots at the start or at the end, or just in general in between words. Geshuin's is stoic and low and slow. Well, stoic more like monochrome. What about Lanhu? Lanhu would sound like Ayato. He would kind of sound, and not specifically like English Ayato. Actually, no, he'd sound like English Ayato. Because like, every time I think about it, I think about him speaking Japanese, but no, he would speak English in the show, obviously. He's speaking English. So it would be like a. Yeah. Oh my god. Is that a good oh my god, or is that like a I'm cooked oh my god? Or an I hate it oh my god? I can't tell. Hello there, Krios? Cryos. Welcome in, hi. Why is there someone spamming on my YouTube? Now I'm scared because he didn't respond. Is that like a bad thing? Like freaky, oh my god? Oh, so that's a good thing. But yeah, Lanhu is literally like, imagine a smiling Ayato. And it's not that Ayato doesn't smile, but you know, Ayato is like, he's not always cunning, right? But like every time Ayato is cunning, that's exactly how Lanhu would sound like. Except he would sound like that all the time. Because that's how Lanhu is. Lanhu is cunning. Lanhu is always smiling. Also, YouTube, there's somebody spamming on YouTube. Hold on a sec, guys. Why can't I click on them? The hell? Can't even click on it. Timeout. 24 hours. You're weird. They just kept on spamming, you are beautiful. Kinda creepy. I don't allow spam. I'm sorry. Forgive me if you were not a bot of some kind, but weird. Very weird. I'm sorry. Pinky, please. Please. Do not scare me. Alright, so Geshuin in this form, he has an earring. You know, I always wanted to draw an earring on Geshuin. But his ears are always covered because of his silly hairstyle with his chopped bangs. Add twinkling star. What if you did a... What if I did a what? Is that a typo? I can't tell. Hello there, gamer Firewolf. Welcome in, hi. My laptop hates me, why? What happened, Sleepy? Why your laptop hates you? Nair is a hair product to help it basically fall out. What if you did a Nair? Geshuin would murder you. Pause. It murder you in a game. In Minecraft. That is unacceptable. Also, I'm exaggerating. Obviously, he would not. No, he would be out for blood. No, I'm not exaggerating. He would be out for blood. Well, it's not really a prank if his hair actually falls out now, is it? It's not really a prank if the hair actually falls out. Hey, Twin got that fit on though. Yeah, he does. Look at him. I'm sorry. It's just a wig? What do you mean it's just a wig? His hair is not no wig. You do anything to his hair, joke or not, you are cooked. Cover up his chest? No. Lanhu's outfit has his chest open too. So does Geshuin's. Geshuin always has his chest out when he has like casual fits. Also Sleepy coming in quick and was just like, no. Sleepy heard cover his chest and she was like, oh. Come on now, you know you're lying. Even Lanhu thinks Geshuin is the most attractive man to walk this earth. But then again, Lanhu is a bit biased. Lanhu is a little bit biased. You're just stating an opinion. That's your honest opinion. That don't mean much. Let me enjoy Geshuin's chest art. You know, I had an idea of doing back artwork. uh, where you can see his like entire back scar. Kind of wanted to do that. It was gonna be him brushing his hair while looking from behind him. If that makes sense. It was gonna be something like this. Just the hair in the front, him looking this way, and then the entire back scar. Just an idea. But I'm not sure if I'll actually do it. Please do! Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you, Kin? Thank you. Thank you for chiming in. But yeah, I had like an idea like this. I need that. You're right. We all need that. I'm gonna screenshot this. Hold on. Because I drew the sketch. You know what? The sketch actually is exactly what I want. So I'm just gonna screenshot it. I kind of ate that. Also, you said, like Longhu goes shirtless in a fight like Geshu and everyone wants that. I mean, Longhu never really takes off his shirt during combat or has it broken. But during a training session with Geshuin, he does not have one though. That's like there are some instances, but it's not necessarily him fighting. I'll draw shirtless Longhu. I promise. At some point, I'm drawing everyone shirtless. Like, that's not like a... Because it's Geshuin? No, because he wanted to fight him. It's there's actually a lower reason, but you know, I shouldn't talk too much about that scene, huh? I should just shut my mouth. I should just be quiet. Nope, that's enough out of me. No, I'm good. I've said enough. You'll find out soon. Though the arc takes a while, but I guess like yeah. Also, my life is already technically Valinda's since they always get a part of my paycheck. True. My life is technically you guys because you guys consume what I do. Right? Yeah. Jimmy. Sometimes I forget we've already seen Rosa shirtless. Yeah. True. Though that was like... I feel like the focus of that drawing was more on his legs and his feet and the vitiligo itself than him actually being shirtless. Like, I feel like we need a better artwork to truly appreciate Kawahu's Kawahu, look at that. Roso's physique. You know? Like, the focus of that artwork wasn't really on the shirtless aspect and more of on the just look nice. Kawahu is my next husband. Okay. Okay. I actually haven't done a shirtless Kawahu, but technically Kawahu shows a lot of skin, but the thing is, he has bandages on them. So technically, he doesn't show anything. But technically, he has no clothes over it. Oh, then Diodone is shirtless either. But that's because Diodone just... he never has a reason to. Actually, none of these characters do. The only character that does is Geshuin. He's like the only guy, because Geshuin is the cleanup guy. Everyone does their parts, and then Geshuin is the one that takes the final lift. To kind of explain more further, Rowan and Rozo, they handle the Fascias, right? The human version of the non-Fascias. Try to figure out the Fascias, try to reverse them into their original non-Fascias state. They handle all that. They handle that entire dilemma. And then once they reverse it, and the non-Fascias creature returns, Geshuin is the one that does the cleanup work. That's what he calls it. He calls it, oh, time for me to clean up. Alright, just leave the rest to me. And it's mostly Rowan who decided to give him this role, because Geshuin cannot... he's actually not that great at reversing the Fascias into their non-Fascias forms again. So he just handles the destroying them as a non-Fascias part. And I know that probably doesn't make any sense to you guys, because, like, what do you mean? You probably don't even know what most of that means, but that's okay. You don't need to. I'm not explaining all that. I'm late, guys, but hi, you're not that late. You're just like 38 minutes late. I didn't think you were streaming. You should start at 9:01. I started like 10 minutes late from usual. What if you took all his bandages and ran? He'd run after you. He needs those bandages. Those bandages are to hide all the burn marks from his body. His body's just covered in burn marks. Give him his bandages back. So we'll never see him shirtless? Well, yeah, to see his burn marks, yeah, but it's not like a reoccurring event. And genuinely, the only cast member that does see this is Daishim and Rozo. Mostly Rozo, because Rozo has known him the longest. And is the closest, and is the person he is the closest with. So. He'll be good? No. He wants his bandages back. The scars are pretty sensitive. They aren't that old. I just selected a color. Why? Chat, I thought I missed the stream because I took a nap. Well, your nap wasn't that long. No need to worry. I'll cover him with a towel. It's okay. Yay. As long as the towel is not like wet or anything. Why you say we're all late? No, we're not. Sleepy was here early. Hank was here early. Don't bunch up everyone. Nah, we was late. We Pinky, Sleepy, y'all gotta defend yourselves. They talking about some we. Can I have some Mountain Dew Gashua soda? Sure. You know, a soda can, draw a soda can and then draw Geshua's face on it. Weren't we talking about how freaky Geshun is out of 10? We did have that conversation once. Well, it happened again. Oh. Was I there? Time to bring it up again because I missed it. Geshuin goes with the flow? Yeah. He matches the other's freak. But no matter what, he will speak through it. Sorry, I really shouldn't be saying that. I don't know, actually. Lanhu has never had any experience, so can't really say. Oh my god, why does his face look like this? Also, why am I even drawing this? Y'all watching me draw Geshuin on a soda can and nobody gonna tell me, hey Vel, why are you trying to make it look good? Nobody? Nobody was gonna tell me I'm putting effort on a soda can? I told you Geshuin does have experience. He just doesn't remember it. Well, yeah, he doesn't remember his first time, but he remembers. Yeah. He does. It's just, he doesn't remember it. At least he doesn't remember the first time. Chat, I'm slow. Why are you surprised? Also, I should have not said those in a row. Why are you surprised that Geshuin has gotten laid before? The man's 34 years old. He's a grown man. Who else a part of the group has already done it before? Okay, so Geshuin, Rowan, obviously, she had a husband. Alice and Dione, they have each other. Obviously. Trying to remember the rest of the cast. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, Longhu has never. Ameno has never. Placed the safe. Yeah, he's never landed a hand on a woman. Longhu, wait for me, dear. But yeah, Gesheron's experience, quote unquote, is a one time that he has had. So, and he doesn't even remember it, so I guess it still counts, I guess. I mean, it does still count, but you know. Everyone always asks him to, like, what do you mean you don't remember? Was it bad? What happened? It's like, I don't know. Anyway, Geshuin on a soda can, guys. Why did I put so much effort on this? I'm not sure. Maybe it was too fun, he forgot. It's highly likely. That is very likely because, well, it's Geshuin. Alright, screenshot is somebody. I don't know why I put so much effort on this. My speed paints now look so silly. There's like an entire section. It's just like, oh yeah, the random doodles I do. What the helly? I need to screenshot it too. Hold on. I'm saving it. Let's go. I got it. Is it possible to have Kawahu soda? I'll draw it when we're on a Kawahu stream. Not today because like I'm already getting sidetracked. I left Minecraft to screenshot this. Look, Sleepy's name's Sleepy. Your name is Pinky. I'm still giggling though. I don't know. It makes me laugh that you guys have reactions like that about Geshuin. You think Geshuin looks like that and never got laid in his life? 34 years old, never got laid? Criminal. Olivia just came in and sorry, Olivia. Forgive me. Honestly, forgive anyone who's looking at this stream out of context. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, gang. I nothing. Geshuin stays serving face. True. All he knows is how to serve face. What did I miss? Nothing important. It's okay. It's not. It's fine. Let me jump his bones. What? Jump his bones? The hell does that mean? It's okay, Olivia. You heard what you heard. You don't need to know anything else. Huh? Okay. I can't even read out loud what you just said. Alright, sure. Anyway, remove the liner, remove the sketch. Looks pretty good. Let's remove the line art from the tie. Would Clace bring his kid to work for the other ladies to admire if it was a girl? He'd bring it even if it was a guy. Like Cleistogamo, if he had a kid, right? He'd bring the kid to the gambling table and teach them all the techniques. Geshuin, let me eat cheese and crackers off your abs. You know? True. You know what? That's incredibly based. I regret not joining earlier. It's okay, you did not miss out on anything. His wife banning him from doing that. They don't need two gamblers. Hey, but Cleistogamo, he's at the house, right? The house always wins. It's true, the gamblers don't win, but the house always does. Cleistogamo literally owns the place. The house always wins. Dylan, tell me a fun fact about Koahu. Let me think. Fun fact about Koahu. Sorry, I really need to think about this because I don't want whatever I say to be like spoilery. I want to give an actual fun fact. No, he's not. Koahu's just very relevant. And I'm trying to think of something that like has no lore connection whatsoever. Like an actual fun fact. Fun fact, Koahu gets stalked by my OC. Well, I mean, technically he does. Like him and his Alter's favorite food. That's a good one. Alright, I mean, that's not really a fun fact. That's more like that's just general knowledge, but alright. Koahu, his favorite food. Me? No. Come on now. Let me think this through. Off the top of my head. No! It's definitely not people, alright? People are not in this list of favorite foods. Come on now. Come on now, we can't be doing that. Koahu would never do that. Koahu's a shy man, alright? Hold on, can I finish this eye first? Hold on. I'm kind of locked in. I'm reading the past comments. Geshuin did what now? Why are you reading the past comments, huh? What do you mean what did Geshuin do? Geshuin did nothing. Geshuin has his favorite food is a fish burger. No, he's a bit more, he's more of a fruit guy. Like, when it comes to, like, favorite foods, it's not really a food, but he does prefer eating fruit. Kawahu definitely likes strawberries. Yeah, he likes strawberries. Though his favorite would be raspberry. Raspberry desserts, pies. He has a pretty sharp sweet tooth. Yes. He's not much of a fish guy, actually. Despite fish being the most popular dish of all time, he's not really the biggest fish fan. So low key, he's in like a pretty bad place. Luckily, he is able to afford eating something that isn't fish. Do we ever get to see Koala smile? Because now that I think about it, we haven't seen a lot of your OC smile. Yeah, that's a me thing. But smiley characters, characters that are like always smiling, because I draw them mostly in the expression you see them the most in, right? The expression people see, okay, people that you see smile the most, people that don't smile much. I got smiley. I usually draw the characters in the expression that they mostly show off. So in Smiley, we got Lanhu. Lanhu is always smiling. Rosa's actually, Rosa is like an in-between. Because Rosa, like, you often see him smile and you often see him not. He has like a really good middle ground of moments that he smiles and doesn't. Lanhu's always smiling. Alice is always smiling. She's very smiley. Cleistogamo is always smiling. He's also very smiley. Daishim is almost always smiling. Like, he has some serious, but in story, he smiles more than he doesn't. Actually, I guess Daishim would go in the middle, huh? No, Daishim would be more in the middle, huh? He's more of a middle ground. People that don't. Rowan? Well, no. Actually, no. That's incorrect. Rowan's also a middle ground. I draw her a lot without smiling, but I do have pictures of her who she does smile, and in story she does too. Never mind. I'm cooked. Rowan does smile. She's in between. Rowan smiles? That's scary. No, it's not. I literally have a picture where she look. Nope, that's the wrong gallery. Wrong one. We got this artwork. Look at her. She's so beautiful. Is she not? That's a smirk. That's still a smile. Smirk is still smiling. Alright? And in story, she does, like, smirk and smile a lot. Don't do, like, teeth wide smile. No. No. None of these characters, you'll often see them do that. You'll almost never see these characters with a teethy smile. It's like... Okay, and the don't smile much, we got Geshuin, who legit can't smile at all. We got Ameno, who... That's just how he is. Diodone is obviously in here. He pretends to be smiley, but it's not genuine, so we can't add it to the smiley list because it's not a genuine smile or a smirk of genuinity. It's disingenuous, so we put him in the don't smile area. His daughter, Kanin, doesn't smile. She goes in the not smiley category. 5 years old and hardly smiles. She got it from her dad. She copies her dad. You know, that's... She copies her dad. Who else? Am I missing anyone? La 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 la. Oh, Kawahu. Okay, so Kawahu, his main host is not smiley. His altar is. And his altar is more like a... It's more like a smirky smile, not a smiley. Like, it's not that he doesn't smile at all, but he just doesn't do it as much. He mostly does it when he's like slightly, like when he's a little shy, you know. But it's not something he does all the time. Meanwhile, his altar is always doing that. Always on that type of timing, sure. And that's it, that's the list. Yeah, Diodone punching you straight through. Unless his daughter's watching, then, you know, then he won't. He'll have self-restraint. But, if not, you're taking... Yeah, you're taking that blow. What if I took a photo of Kawahu? He'd be a little flustered. He accepts photos, of course. He's quite used to having photos taken of him. You know, when you're a noble hunter, you get a lot of attention. And he was a part of a pretty popular group, so... It was mostly just pictures for, like, news reports now. He's a what now? He's a noble faceless hunter. Well, was, until 6 years ago. 5 years ago, sorry. 5 years ago, he stopped being a faceless hunter. One, because he didn't want to be one. And the second was because of his, it's because of his DID. They said he was a liability, wasn't reliable on the field. Yeah, you can't be a faceless hunter anymore. And that was legit unacceptable. If you read his medical history, it's written right there. Yeah, and that was 6 years ago. He met Rosso before he became a part of that group. But, yeah, Rosso did end up joining that group. And Diodone and Kawahu was in it, sorry. Yeah. That was 6 years ago. And then 5 years ago, he goes missing. Kawahu in the main story is missing. It's literally written in his bio. But then, then we find him. Yeah, and that's when, we find out he stopped being a faceless hunter because they kicked him out of the group. Because they took him out after the incident that caused his DID, which was 5 years ago. Don't worry, we find him. Are we sad about being kicked out? No, because of the things he had learned before getting kicked out. But I don't want to go too into detail because that's actually relevant and important. That's why he doesn't return to being a faceless hunter, even though technically he could. They just don't want him to return. Because for some reason, they don't accept his medical approval. It's like, oh, okay. But he didn't want to go back anyways. That's why he joined the Outlawed Hunters, because, yeah. Can I hear a fun fact about Lanhu? Okay, let me think. Oh, I guess this. I don't know if this is like a fun fact, but if you read the upgrade, right, that I wrote on the wiki, I wrote that he had that the friend that he used to have has a name now. So Lanhu's hairstyle, which is this tall ponytail, he actually got that hairstyle from that friend. And the makeup as well. Originally, he had no idea about fashion or anything of that sort. Or any interest in foxes and animals at all. He had no idea of concept of culture or anything like that. And so when he meets this person, which was this young boy around his same age, who had a beautiful long ponytail, and he was just like absolutely flabbergasted at it. Like, he didn't understand why he felt that way about pieces of hair, but he did. But he did not really prioritize that. He ended up taking, wanting to grow out his hair to be in a ponytail like him. Ro really wanted that hair. It's just he had never seen someone like that before. You know, someone so colorful, because the dude, he was very colorful. He had like a outfit that just had a lot of color on it. His makeup was like very extreme in the eyes of Lanhu, someone that like is in white. Lanhu's original hair was white, pure white, short white hair. Like, he had nothing. He knew nothing about any of that. And this outsider comes in this beautiful attire that he's never seen before. And while he is moved by this person's appearance, he's more angry about the fact that this dude is sneaking in. And trying to take away one of their members, which is a girl named Kore. Just like, Korra, what the hell are you doing? You're supposed to be, you know, with the rest of the group. What are you doing here? And why is this stranger in here? Hello, beautiful Geshuin. Yes. His hair blended in with him. No, so the thing about the hair, right? Everyone in the Chariot's domain had white hair. Like they were forced to dye it. They were all forced to dye it white. So they all had white skin, white hair, white clothing. And that was their way, that was the Chariot's way of making sure that these people had no sense of identity. So they would have nothing to connect to, right? Nothing to identify with. That's why they also cut their genitalia for the guys, and for the girls, it was their chest removed. All of these things so that these people did not have anything to connect with on a personal level. You were just a letter and a number. That was the only thing you needed to know about yourself, and that you need to destroy the non-Fascists. That's the only thing. Because that's what makes the Faceless Hunters incompetent. The fact that they have all these they are too into preserving their self. Oh, you want a personality? Well, about that, Snatch's identity and personality. Yeah, that's pretty much it. These people have no sense of any ideas. And so, Lanhu, who at the time was not called Lanhu, he was just called a bunch of letters, he finds Korre, who was also a member of the group, sneaking with this person from the outside. This person that was not a part of the school. And he was gonna kill him. He was gonna kill the guy, and the guy was just like, hold on. I'm not trying to do anything. I ain't trying to hurt none of you. I don't got. Does he snitch? He almost does. But the male friend managed to sneak him into a room, and I guess kind of like blackmail him a little bit. Just hang something over his head. You know, just normal things. The dude had a very energetic personality. The dude was like all over the place personality wise. He's better than me. I would have been a snitch. A Chariot, come and get him. He was going to. But the thing was, the friend managed to snitch them first. But yeah, the friend had a lot of energy, a lot of patience with these two, and was like, don't worry, I'm gonna help you guys. Because these people are terrible. You guys should not be here. Why are we drawing Geshuin in red Lanhu clothes? Because I thought it would be cool. I don't know. I wanted to draw Geshuin in a uniform. It's honestly, it ain't that deep. I just kind of. Is Koahu warm? I'm low-key freezing here. Yes, he's warm. Can Lanhu do a flip? Of course. Of course he can do a flip. Who's playing? One of my neighbors is playing the flute. Also, I'm thinking about something, and did I write the name correctly? I wrote the friend's name, but I think I wrote the wrong name. I think I wrote. I'm thinking about what I wrote, and now I'm realizing I think I wrote the wrong name. Oh boy. Once stream ends, I need to fix it. Yeah. Whoops. Could someone verify what the heck was the word I wrote? What name I wrote in that section? Good. Actually, I think I can check myself, huh? Hold on. Never mind, I can check. Let me see. Literally me, today I was writing and I put the wrong character description on the main character. It's just I had written previously, I accidentally wrote Stellar Dio instead of Shui Huxing, which was Stellar Dio was his old name. Where is it? Where's the Lanhu section? Lanhu section. Blah, blah. Oh yeah, I wrote Shiroboshi. That's Shui Huxing's nickname. It's literally written in Shui Huxing's. My dumbass. Alright, whoops. I'm gonna erase that. I wrote, you know Lanhu's relationship section? His best friend, which is the male friend that I was just talking about, I put the wrong name. I'm gonna put a question mark on it until I finish the stream so I can put his actual name. Whoops. Damn. Where's going? How did I miss that? I put. How did I miss that? Fear is a crazy main trait to have. It is. Because, you know, especially if you're like a coward, then you're cooked. How do you stop yourself from being afraid? Well, pretending you're not afraid. Lanhu has a smile plastered on his face all the time, so frankly, you never know if he's actually scared or not. Also, yeah, Shui Huxing, he has several nicknames, and one of the nicknames is Shiroboshi, which is to match Geshuin's Kuroboshi. You know, because Geshuin, Black Star, Shirohoshi, White Star. And then there was Stellar Dio, which was the old name that is not canon. That's so cute, lol. Yeah. You want to match with his dad. You know, he won't call him dad, but he'll match with him in names and stuff. You know? Because that makes perfect sense, right? Oh, so cute. He's trying, alright? He's trying to be a good son. Anyways, yeah, that's the Lanhu fun fact. Fun fact about Lanhu, basically Lanhu based his entire personality on this guy he was friends with that broke into the Chariot's domain and changed his life forever. And the three of them ended up being friends. Him, Kore, and the unnamed friend. And they lived happily ever after. Is what I would say if I lied. If I were a liar, I would say they lived happily ever after. But no, they're dead. So. In the eyes of Lanhu, they died. SMH. I digress. That's not supposed to be part of the fun fact. Did they not die? No, they died. They're dead. In the eyes of Lanhu, they're dead. But that's not really a part of the fun fact. That's just an unnecessary extra. Hi, this heart looks very pretty. Thank you. I don't know. Lanhu doesn't have his glasses. I know he can't see. Lanhu can see. Who said Lanhu needed glasses? Lanhu's not blind. Unnamed friend is definitely dead. Yeah, and Kore too. Kore and unnamed friend. They're both dead. They're both cooked. Also, I'll show you the full art in a sec. What? That's not how you write Kore. Kore is Kore. Kore, an unnamed male friend, are dead. These two were Lanhu's best friend. Why? I can't tell you that. But these three were friends, and you know, the only reason Lanhu is the way he is because of these three, and the bond he shared with these three. But now they're gone, so yay! I'm too tired. I'll be Lanhu's friend. Yeah, Lanhu needs new friends. At least he has Diodone and Geshuin whom he can call friends. Even though their dynamic is like kind of... His luck is kind of cooked. He befriends the good. Diodone doesn't care. Nah, Diodone ends up caring. Diodone tried gaslighting himself into the fact he don't care about them. And yeah, he didn't care about them before. Dead straight, doesn't care, brother has terrible luck. Hey, Geshuin will still be his friend though. I actually have something that I want to draw regarding those three. I just haven't done it yet. I'm sorry. What's funny is Geshuin actually sleeps like that. It's canon. Yeah, it is canon. That Geshuin sleeps like laying down, like if he was dead. No, like he in a coffin, but he's not. He's silly. Will Anhu let you play with his hair? Yes, of course. Let you do whatever on it. Oh yeah, that also means if Longhu's hair was originally like bleached white, that also means the blue hair in Longhu's hair is not his actual hair color. It's dyed. I feel like that. I feel like that's self-explanatory, but yeah, his hair is dyed. Uh, and he dyed it blue because of his name, Blue Fox. So he really stuck with the stick there, you know. Oh, Lanhu. Yes, Lanhu. I love Lanhu. I love everyone. I can't do this. I should actually draw a picture of Lanhu with his old friends. Then you guys will see why Lanhu was like infatuated with this man. Lanhu, honey, you can't keep dyeing your hair. That's unhealthy. He just dyed it blue. That's all he did. Draw shirtless hair down Lanhu and I'll tap dance. I'll think about it. Wait, Lanhu in love with who? We hit with a dead best friend. Well, he had a crush on him, but yeah. I don't know why, but I feel like Geshuin either smells like strawberry or cherry. He'd smell nice. Yeah, he'd smell nice. Wait, who's getting a gift today? Make a Lanhu gift. Do we already have one? I don't know if we have one or not. He wasn't the one that bleached his hair. The one that bleached his hair was the chariot. That wasn't him. He didn't want to turn his hair white. That was the chariot's nonsense. I love strawberries, but I think he would smell like cherries. Yeah, he'd probably smell more like cherries than strawberry. But Loki, he could smell like either or. Yeah. How old is the chariot? Like 80? Okay, so there's two chariots. There's the one in the backstory, and then there's the current one. The current one that's with Lanhu, is the new chariot. The one that was with Lanhu when he was young was the old chariot. So the new chariot is and the present story is different from the chariot that is in Lan Hu's backstory. And and the previous chariot was a man. Sorry. Maybe that's easier to remember. Old chariot, the one in Lan Hu's backstory, was a man, a grown man. And then current chariot is a woman. Whom's in her 30s. She's somewhere in her 30s, and then the previous one was somewhere in his 40s. Yeah. I hope that I hope that's not really that confusing. What's this? What time period is the story set again? I think I asked this long ago. 2,700. $2,700? Yes. Correct. It sounds like a lot, but the world ended in around 2060. And then it was remade in 2100. L'Epurazione was founded in 2,500 years ago, so around 2,200. Yeah. It's not really important, but it's not really something that's brought up in the story, but I'll bring it up to you because you asked. The world, what? It ended? Yeah. The current world they live in is different from the previous one. Yeah. Yeah, that's correct. Well, are you mad? What do you mean? Right. Stop, don't yell at me, huh? Stop lying. Chat, I don't think I'm living long enough to see if that actually happens. Obviously, that's not actually gonna happen. If I'm 21 right now, in 2060, I'd be 20 plus. Don't trust my predictions. I'm obviously lying. It's made up. $34 years. So 34 plus 20. I'd be 54. We'd still be alive. You should definitely give me your Ibis pens. What, you want this brush? I always put it I always put it on my thing. I always show it off. If you want it, I can give you the QR. Silver Fox Lanhu, hear me out. What do you mean? Yes, I want this brush. This brush specifically? Okay. It's called Watercolor Fake Export QR brush. Thank you. Ta-da. Zoom out for the people on TikTok if you guys want the brush. Tell me when you take the screenshot so I can go back. No, it's on the left. Hi, guys. Oh. I took the screenshot. Alright, how about you, Astro Lover? The title is so ominous. What do you mean, watercolor fake? Where's the real watercolor? I actually have a brush that's called Real Color. It's this one. Here it is. This one's Watercolor Real. Because, you know, it actually has the watercolor texture. Maybe the real watercolor was the friends we made along the way. No, it's real, see? Also, somebody asked me, when do I do live streams? I do them whenever. I'm sorry, I'm not professional. I don't have an actual date, you know? If I have a good drawing, I will stream it. If I don't, then there's no stream. Or if I'm too busy, there's no stream. You know? No, no one gets any early access. Giving that watercolor an identity crisis. I'm sorry. You're right. Poor watercolor. Wow, I'm making it go through all that. Hello, your art style. Thank you. The real watercolor is somewhere in an ancient Mesopotamian river. I just said that is right here. Also, do you listen to Malice Miser off topic? No. I've never listened to VK, despite having a VK inspired character, which is Amena. Which is not this guy. It's not this guy. It's someone else. I actually never heard anything VK. So I recommend Goodbye. Is Goodbye a song name? It sounded like you were just saying, like, so long, I leave you with this. Or is that, like, it's a song name? Oh, okay. That sounded really funny. It just reminded me of that Sailor Moon meme that is just like, the guy comes in and it's just like, I did my job, and then just leaves. That's what it felt like. Okay, I'll probably listen to it. You know, I've been meaning to listen to some VK, you know? Where did you come up with the name Ameno? I always thought it was just emo with extra letters. I pulled it out my ass. You know, 29, it was 2018, 2019 me. I just came up with it on the spot, you know. And Menno used to be a Gacha Studio character. I needed a name, so I gave him a random name. I don't know if the name has any meaning. I think I looked it up and it meant next in, I don't know if it was Greek or what, but I don't think it actually has a name, like has a meaning. I'm sorry, but I don't think it actually means anything. But I made it up on the spot and I never changed it. I just thought it was emo with more letters because of how Menno dressed. That's really funny. I mean, that is kind of funny, but no. Oh man, I used to use Gacha. Yeah, I feel like we all had that little Gacha phase. Emo? No. But it doesn't make any sense because it's Menno. There's no M-O. They moved it for the E and the N. But yeah, I'm sorry if you guys thought it was like a clever name with some deep meaning. It's not. I just pulled it out my ass. Menno sounds nice. It does. That's why I never changed it. That's his name. He was the first OC I ever made. So, why change it? Gushin's face is so pretty. I can't stop looking at it. You're so right. Ugh. My beautiful. Not AK-16 though. That's not random. It's called AK. Okay, do you guys want to know why Daishim is called Daishim AK-16? It's because Daishim, that's the name he made up, right? AK is the gun he has to use, and 16 is the amount of targets he needs to get rid of. He has 16 targets, and he has to shoot them all specifically with this gun that he was given. That's literally why it's called that. Lore, next time we draw Daishin, we'll talk about it. It's a lot, alright? Does he use the sights? What do you mean? Or are you talking to someone else? I can't really tell. Oh no, I just love that's one of his nicknames. Yeah. I know all his lore you told me from that one stream, yes. How would he react if someone walked up to him and said, "Hey, AK-16? He'll pull out his AK-16 because if someone knows that nickname, he is cooked. That means they know who he is. That's not a good thing. No, his story has not changed. What about that just AK? That's still... No one should know he has anything to do with AKs and stuff. What if I'm chill with him being an assassin? Well, then that's fine. I mean, the cast ends up pretty chill about it. Well, kinda. It's complicated. I'm you know what? I'm not gonna. But literally, no one knows about this. By the way, no one knows about Daishim's identity, except for the cast later. But literally, no one knows. To everyone else in the world, Daishim is just a normal guy, just a normal student who's about to graduate in like 2 months. No, no, don't. I love angst. Oh my god. Yeah, it is a funny nickname. Does Daishim have any food he likes? He does. Actually, I don't even. Why are we talking about Daishim? I'm not drawing Daishim. This isn't Daishim. But I guess we did kind of bring him up, huh? Daishim, I'm gonna put him over here. The guy who he is. This is Daishim, by the way. You know, for the people who don't know Daishim, this is Daishim. A food he would like. Yeah. Holy goth eyes. His design is so cool. I love that grim look. Yeah. And he has an eyeball in his palm. Which is this version. This is the same guy. Those two are the same people. It's just one is before arc and one is after arc. Yeah. It's just one is before the arc and one is after the arc. This is the eye he sees from. Because he's blind. He can only see through that one eye. Anyway, you guys said what was his favorite food? Cheesecake. Cheesecake. It's actually not character development. It's more like he got his identity back. I love Cheesecake too. Oh my god. You designed him beautiful. Thank you. Damn, he pretty like wow. Thank you. Him when he tries to look at someone, he just puts his hand in their face. Yeah. But unfortunately, he can't do that in front of everybody because they'll think he's a non-Fascius or they'll think he's half non-Fascius and they might try to off him. So he needs to act like he needs to literally be blind most of the time. He's like 90% of the time blind because he can't put his hand out to see clearly. Does his hand need eye drops? No, because it's a non-Fascius eye. Non-Fascius eyes don't dry up like humans' do. But yeah, he genuinely is always putting, when he is friends with like Rozo and these guys, he puts his hand in front of him all the time. In pictures, he puts up his hand so that he can see where the camera is and like pose for it. Like he almost always, when he's in a comfortable position to do so, he puts up his hand. Also, I've never watched Avatar. I'm sorry. So I don't know, but ask anyways. I mean, I just know the names of some of the characters. Like, I know surface level stuff. I've never actually watched it though. Rozo mentioned, yes. Rozo, Daishim, and Kawahu, those are the young best friends. So there's a character named Toph, and they're blind. Okay. Yeah, I think I know who that is. It's just like she's an earthbender, right? I think that's like the only few things I know. You can continue. I low-key always wanted to watch that show, but I don't know why I never did. By listening to everything, she can know her surroundings. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Does he know where he is by sound? Yeah, he can. He does know. And it's not just by sound either. He can know where he is based on touch as well. Like, he can get a general idea of what he's looking at and stuff from the atmosphere. It's like I don't want to say like a sixth sense kind of thing, but it has a lot to do with the non-Fasciist aspect of him. So the eye that's in his palm is because of a creature. And that creature, it relies on senses to be attracted to people. He has a little bit of that. He can kind of sense if there's people around him, or if there's something coming towards him, like something living coming towards him. And he can hear it, you know. Usually people, when they go blind, their senses are naturally more enhanced. They can hear more. Their sense of smell is stronger. And then plus the fact that what he has is a non-human eyeball, which means he developed a little bit of some non-human senses. He has a little bit of an edge. But he's only been blind for 2 years, so... And he's done pretty well for himself, you know. Being able to casually handle targets without needing to rely on the eye in his hand. Yeah, I'm now realizing that Kawahu's bare leg is showing in his main design, I think. Yes. That is his bare leg showing. Yeah. What are dead giveaways for people to see if a Fasciist stole someone's core? Usually, the non-Fascists, they will glitch for like a millisecond. Like, they will have an extra limb, an extra finger, an extra arm, but they'll have it for like a millisecond. And some people can spot it, while others, they completely miss it because it's a millisecond. It's like they will have these moments where there's like distortion in their faces. That's one of the dead giveaways. The other dead giveaway is that they'll be a bit cookie cutter, right? Unless they've taken like a whole bunch of faces, which there it would be more difficult. They will be pretty cookie cutter in their knowledge about broad topics, about certain philosophies. Because if it doesn't align with the main core trait they stole, then they won't know much about it. So are faceless hunters and others who hunt them trained to spot those things? Yeah, they are trained. Even normal people, some of them, not all of them, some of them have no idea how non-fascias even work. Blissfully ignorant folks. Most of the people, they know how to spot these things. They can spot if the person is like cookie cutter, as they call it, and are able to slay them once they do. Also, you said the way you do line art is so satisfying. Thank you. I heavily disagree because my line art is like very sketchy, but can Geshuin sing opera? Yes. So here's a little fun fact about Geshuin and his voice. Geshuin actually trained his voice so that he doesn't sound monotone when he sings. So while he can't do anything about his flat affect when it comes to his normal voice, just like nothing he can do about it, your singing voice is different from your actual voice. How high pitched you can go? Not too high. He can't go like super high, and he can't hold like a really long note either. But his voice won't sound as dry and empty as his normal voice does. Because the thing about singing is that you can actually train your voice, your throat, your singing voice, to sound a certain way. And so people with flat affect, even if it's uncurable, they can do something about their singing voice. They don't need to abandon music. They can actually train their voice to go above the monotones. I forgot why they can't do the same for their normal voice. I don't actually remember. But yeah. Actually, I could probably search that up right now. Actually, it's gonna bother me. Also, I don't know what a falsetto voice is, so I'm gonna have to Google search that. It's like okay, I'm listening. Also, you said, will Geshuin sing for us if we ask? Of course. Mozart makes their voice higher and airy to be able to sing high pitches above the register. A lot of men do it because their voices are usually deeper, but it's not limited to anyone. No. Like I just said, Geshuin can't go too high. He does have a limit, right? Like, obviously, like, he can change his tone when he's singing, but he can't go really high. He can't go high. It's just that it has more personality, I guess. I guess that's like the best way to really put it. Bro should just sing whenever he speaks. No. It's not very professional now, is it? And it's not like it's expressive either. It's not that much different from his normal voice. It's just that it sounds less monotone. But that doesn't mean it's like actually a voice. I don't know how to explain it. I can imagine Gershwin with a high voice. That's what I'm saying. He can't have a high voice. When he sings, it's just that his voice is not flat anymore. It can like go a little bit. You know, it's like his voice is usually like this. Well, when he sings, it's like this. But it's not crazy different. It's still deep and it's still his voice. It's like it's not like he goes higher. No, it's like doesn't really do much for him. Which is why, frankly, he doesn't really do opera. He doesn't need like a super high voice for the geisha performances that he does. His voice is perfectly fine for it. He doesn't need to go that high in order to do his job. He just tried learning it mainly so that he could try his hand at other performances, like opera. That he doesn't, he's not exactly good at it. You know? He can do it. Is he good at it? Not really. He believes he doesn't have the necessary components needed for actual opera. But if someone wants to hear him, sure. Opera is just so expressive, and Gershwin is none of those. Siren Gershwin, that'd be kind of neat. Mermaid Gershwin. Under the sea, under the... Should host a talent show and just perform all his many talents. You know what? He really should. He does so many stupid things as like a... I call them stupid. They're not stupid. he does a lot of silly things as a hobby that literally has nothing to do with his work. Like, he can draw. He draws as a hobby. He does athletics as a hobby. No reason, just that he does. Reading as a hobby. Does that too. What else? He does so much stupidness. Oh. Yeah. He's always on side quest. His daily life is just full of side quest. Like, when he's not doing stuff with Rowan, his life is just full of side quest. He's great at fishing, like, and he finds it a calming hobby that he indulges in. He can cook. He learned how to sew. He made his own clothes. All the uniforms he had, he made them himself. Oh wait, I removed this from my YouTube. Where's my YouTube chat? I was Google searching what flat voices were in it. Gershwin smiling on the inside as he shows his buddy this non-Fascious bone collection. True. He could show him how he makes weapons out of the non-Fascious bones. Nick Gershwin sing I'm a Barbie. He can't reach that high. You abandoned us, I'm sorry. I was Google searching what a falsetto was. At least I know now. Yeah, he can't do that. And also he can't use that singing voice. Even though it's just a little bit different from his usual voice, like just a little bit more tones, he can't do it for long periods of time either. Once he sings, he'll probably go quiet the rest of the day. He's putting a lot of effort on his throat to do that. So that's why he would never do that for a performance. For his gesture work, he doesn't need it. So he would never use it. Bro just ends up going non-verbal on everyone. Can Kawahu and Rozo sing? No, Kawahu can play instruments, but he can't sing. Rozo can sing. Rozo is very theatrical. He has always tried to learn. He's always been like very involved with opera and things like that. Rozo can hit them high notes. You know who else can do opera? Kleistogamo. Also, hello there, Kimberly. Welcome in. Hi. So, Rozo can dance and sing? Yes. On the opera, though. He doesn't know how to sing anything else. But would they perform is the real question. Of course Rosa will perform, especially if there's money involved. Kawahu, he can play the music. You know, Kawahu, he knows how to play instruments. He's very good at the piano. He can play the flute. Bro can play the organ. You know, some violin. He can play most instruments. Rosa is always performing. Chat, trust. Yeah, to the mirror in the broken mirror in his house, maybe. He doesn't do that all the time. But he does love it. That's why he's very, like, close with Cleistogamo. Would Rosa help Geshuin with performances? No, Geshuin, like... Okay, what kind of performances? Because obviously with his Gesha performances, he doesn't need any help. You know, and that's the only performances he really does. Because that's his whole thing. Yeah, he might do a silly performance that has nothing to do with his job for the drunkards. But he does that on his own. He just does that as like something silly, one-time thing. Maybe he's like a bit too drunk to be on. But he doesn't, Geshman's very independent. He doesn't really he doesn't really need much help when it comes to what he does. Oh, I head on out? Yeah, I need to head out too. Already 12:30. How would Kawahu react if my OC gave him a feather? He would be very pleased. He loves feathers. He has them on his hat and stuff. So of course he would love to receive a feather. Okay. All I did was some wacky line art. Really? Also, thank you. I'm gonna be heading out now. I'm just gonna... Why did I even put effort on doing the lines on the hair when I know that I was just gonna color them in anyways? I'm concerned for the roosters. They've been surprisingly quiet and now they're loud. Roosters are like that, I'll be honest. There's just... If there's no one walking around making any noise, they're quiet. If they're making that sound, I'm guessing it has something to do with the owner, maybe. Low-key, would Rozo do performances with his other disguises like a puppet show? Yes. Because the thing about Rozo, and I guess this is like a fun fact about Rozo, he can switch disguises in seconds. And everyone's just like, is that like magic or something? It's just like, no. How'd you do it? I can never tell. You know, magicians don't tell their secrets. I don't tell my secrets either. He can like switch so quickly. And so if he was like put into like a fashion show, no, into a puppet show, sorry. Though a fashion show he would fit right in, right? He loves that. He could totally do a puppet show with himself. He locks in. Oh, I fall in love with this man every stream. He is kind of peak. Alright, that's it for today though. We did nothing. We just did some line art and that's it. And we didn't even finish it. Just arrived and I've already had a feast for eyes. What a great service. Thank you. Yeah, I'm sorry guys. It's been 2 hours and 3 minutes. That was really good though. Thank you. Y'all want to see the sketch that I'm working on? Yeah, look, I wanted to draw Daishim, Rozo, and Kawahu together. I don't like Kawahu's face. He looks too serious. So can ignore Kawahu's face and focus on everything else, and that's fine. Notice how they all have hats, but Rozo has the biggest hat. And then Daishim has the smallest hat. Kawahu's face is so ugly in this picture. I don't like how he looks so serious. Too serious. I don't like it. But I'll do that tomorrow, you know? I'm too tired. I'm too tired. Looks great. I love it. Thank you. You took his eyes? How could you? You like drawing big hats? Do you want to know something? I actually don't like drawing hats. I find them to be very difficult. But I learned how to draw hats because they are very important to the characters in universe. You see those Venice Carnival attires, they have giant hats. So as much as I normally did not like hats before, I didn't like drawing them, I learned how to draw them so that I could add them. So I find hats to be a little bit difficult to draw, but I'm more accustomed to them now. I specifically really love drawing them comedically large. I really like drawing Rozo's hat more than anything. I don't know, I just like drawing big hats now. Is it hard? Yeah. Do I still like it? Yeah. Also, hello, Ollie. Honestly, I feel like the worst thing about hats is drawing them in certain angles. In certain angles, hats are a nightmare to draw. Because sometimes it's like angles with hats kind of suck. Especially with these, like, I feel like with these smaller ones, it's like worse. But I don't know. It's not a problem to me anymore. It's just that I'm still not used to drawing them in angles. Like right now, this Rozo hat right here, it's like a little bit floating. Like it's a little bit floating. It's like, I feel like it's supposed to be more this way because his head is facing this way, right? His head's facing this way, so his hat should be more this way too. But I'm not gonna do all that now. I'm tired. I'm done for today. Who wouldn't love drawing Rozo? I love drawing Rozo. I just hate drawing hats, especially when certain Twisted Wonderland character. Yeah, I feel like Rozo is like the easiest hat for me to draw. And then Rowan's is on certain angles sucks to draw. Like sometimes they just look flat. That's the thing with hats. Sometimes they look flat. That's really the truth of the matter. Anyways, thank you all for stopping by. I really appreciate it. That's it for today, though. See you all tomorrow. We might be working on this drawing tomorrow if I fix it. You know, if I have some line art prepared and then look nice and pretty. You missed my joke? You made a joke? Where? Oh no, you took his face. I guess that makes you a Fosseus? No. No. Fosseus are not literally. But you know what? Sure. Sure. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm going to bed. Bye bye. Yes, I wish to end my stream.